Hello YouTube! Paul Soares Jr. recently posted a video with an interesting Minecraft 1.8 seed called Nightfall. And so I decided that I was going to try out this world in a kind of 404-like style. I'll describe that in a moment. Let me go ahead and start creating this new world. What's interesting about this seed is that it starts you off on an island in the middle of the ocean without a lot of resources to work with. And so here we are, and I think there's just a couple of trees on this island. And so my plan is to treat this as kind of a little survival world. Back in the days before Minecraft 1.8, there was a seed called 404 that a lot of people would play, also with an interesting kind of survival tack, that basically you could only survive above ground for the first day, but once the sun set, you had to go underground all the way deep down to the lava layer. There was a big kind of cave hole that brought you all the way down there. And then you had to try to survive as long as you can. So on the first day you had to gather all of your supplies, get yourself prepared to go downstairs, and then survive as long as you could. And so I did that. I played the 404 challenge, or a modified version of it, back in the days of Minecraft 1.3, so this was a number of months ago. And I did about 21 episodes of the Let's Play of that, and got to be in pretty good shape in terms of survival. I started a tree farm and an underground farm, and managed to find and conquer a dungeon, and was living large downstairs. And so, I want to try to do the same kind of thing with this seed, Nightfall. And so the basic idea is I'm going to gather some resources on the surface the first day, which includes some seeds that I'll be able to use to start a farm, a wheat farm, when I'm underground, as well as some shrubs so that I'll be able to grow a tree farm at some point, because wood resources are going to be extremely scarce right at the beginning of this challenge. And then I'm going to use whatever daylight that I have at the beginning of the day to also go ahead and try to mine near the entrance of the caves to gather some coal and possibly some iron if there's iron near the entrance. But then I'm going to head downstairs and see how long I can survive, because there's a big intricate cave system down here apparently, according to Paul Soares Jr. And so I think that'll be fun. I like these kind of survival challenges in Minecraft, and it provides a nice opportunity to try something a little bit different from my standard Let's Play Minecraft Exploration and Tactics that I've also been doing in 1.8 for a little while. And I already hear some zombies downstairs. And I think I have enough of this kind of basic inventory. Let's go ahead and turn a little bit of wood into planks so we can go ahead and create our initial tools. It's the usual kind of start to a Minecraft game. I'll plunk down a crafting table. I'll go ahead and make some sticks so that I can make my first wooden pick, and then immediately use that to mine some stone so that I can make some stone tools and start progressing a whole lot faster. And since we're going to be going into a cave, we're undoubtedly going to be encountering some bad guys, and so I'm going to need a stone sword to get started. Obviously I'm going to create a stone pick. I'll also create a stone shovel, and I'll gather some dirt from the surface, since that may be useful for starting a farm. Eventually I'm going to need a hoe, but I'll wait until I'm kind of down in a place underground that I'm capable of doing the farming that I'm going to need to do after I get a little bit settled in downstairs. Alright, that should be plenty. And so let's go ahead and immediately create a stone pick, as well as a stone sword and a stone shovel. Alright, and that's good enough for getting started. I'm really worried about how many wood resources you have to start this at the beginning, because I don't think, given the constraints that I've placed on myself, that the constraints that I've placed on myself, that basically after the first day I can't come up to the surface, I'm not going to have enough time to do any tree farming. And apologies if this is dark, it's dark on my screen as well. I'm playing with the Minecraft video options with the brightness set all the way down on moody. I will be using torches once I find some coal, and here's some coal. And yeah, I've got the brightness settings turned down. On the one hand, you could turn them up, and it would allow me to see easier, and it would also allow you guys to see easier on YouTube. But in general, I like to say I'll place plenty of torches so that you guys will be able to see what's going on. And let me go ahead and craft some real quick. And I feel like having the brightness setting at its lowest setting makes doing kind of the caving and the spelunking most challenging. And so that's something that I find interesting and exciting about Minecraft challenges in general, is not being able to see very well in the dark. It feels kind of authentic in terms of the whole cave system experience. And so I hope to keep this light enough that you guys will be able to see everything that I'm doing, but at the same time, off in the distance, there's often going to be darkness that neither you nor I can see, and we'll just hear some bad guys and who knows what. And so, while I still have some daylight, are there any other places that are near the surface? I guess not. This is already going down, down, down. And since I already have all my resources, I guess I will waste the first day and just try to head on down. I think this is as far as Paul Soros Jr. pointed out. As I go down, I'm going to go ahead and collect a few more resources as I see them. And so there's some iron right here, and I'm going to grab it. But at the same time, I want to head down as deep as possible and get down to the lava layer, basically by the end of what would normally be the first day. And then I'm going to try to survive down there. So let's keep on heading downwards and see where this cave takes us. I see some more iron, so I'll go ahead and collect it. So far things have been pretty quiet in terms of monsters. I find that it's usually the case that if you kind of move quickly through an area, you can kind of get a jump on the mobs before they have a chance to spawn. The longer you stay in one place, the more likely the darkness right around the corner is going to spawn some mobs, so as you start walking over there, you're going to encounter them. Got the Minecraft music starting off in the background, which is fine with me. I like the music in Minecraft a lot. And in general, I've really been enjoying the 1.8 update. I think it adds, wow. So this water goes, I don't know how deep. And so I'm going to take a moment to plop down my crafting box, create a furnace, go ahead and cook up some of this iron, because I want to go ahead and create a bucket, since there's a number of water sources up here. I want to be able to go ahead and collect some water, because eventually I'm going to need water as I try to create a seed farm. And in the meantime, is there anything else that I can mine right up here? Doesn't look like there necessarily is, and I'm already running low on torches. There's some more coal, great. Oops. Oop! Oh no, oh no, oh no! That's not what I intended to do at all. I did not want to go swimming yet. That is coming soon. Oops. I'm not even sure if I got that piece of coal. Alright, I've got 3 pieces of iron, so I can go ahead and create my first bucket, which is good. I will use it to go ahead and grab one of these water sources. I find having a bucket of water on you when you're spelunking is extremely useful for a number of reasons. One being, sometimes you'll be down at the lava layer, and if you get caught on fire or need to put some lava out, it's always good to have some water. The other reason is that you can use it kind of for a waterfall as a way to get down from high places safely without taking fall damage. And sometimes you can also use it to kind of steer mobs. I'm going to go ahead and just take this iron that's here. And I'm going to have plenty of cobblestone, so I'm going to leave the furnace here and go ahead and stay on the move. But I will take my crafting bench because I'm going to have so little wood. And then I'm going to hop down into this and just see how far down it takes me. And I can barely see anything. Alright. I'm still going down. Ooh, I see lava down here. Alright, whenever you get down to the lava layer, you know you're down at layer 10. Ooh, and I hear zombies or Endermen, since as far as I know they both make the same noise. I've only encountered a few Endermen so far, because I haven't been playing 1.8 all that long. And yeah, we are down in the depths and the fog distance starts kicking in. Alright, and now I'm really going to have to ration my torches until I manage to find enough wood. That sounded like someone walking on grass just a moment ago, which is weird because I can't imagine where there would be grass around here. In any case, I was going to say I need to ration my torches because I don't have that much wood resources until I get a tree farm going. And I have found from experience, my previous experience trying to do the 404 challenge, that you need a lot of room in order to create a tree farm. And I hear lots of bad guys. Oops. Apparently some of them have just died in some lava. And so ideally I would like to find a big room, this actually isn't too bad, that has space that I might be able to grow trees, has some lava for some natural lighting so I don't need to use that many torches. But at the same time it would be nice to have more protection around the area from mobs. This is pretty wide open. But nevertheless, I think this might not be a bad place to try to start, and I might carve out some more ceiling over here and kind of stay back here. And so I think that's what I'm going to do. Oops. It looks like there might be more of a cave system over here. Oh, there's more lava. That could work in my favor for keeping this area lit and keeping me mostly protected from mobs over in that direction. Oh, but here comes a zombie. My first kill! Alright. And I think, rather than continue to deal with that, I'm just going to block this area off, assuming that I have enough bricks. Enough cobblestone. And so I'm just going to do this to go ahead and start calling this area my base. And so with that part closed off, I've got lava mostly protecting me this way. And finally over here, I've got lava kind of protecting me over here. And ooh, there's a fair bit of iron around here. I think I'll go up a little ways and then close some of this off and call this my base for getting started as well. Oh crap! I didn't see him coming. And then the other thing that I'm going to need to do quickly is get a seed farm going, because I already forgot about the fact that it's 1.8 now and I have a hunger bar. And I'm going to start getting hungry. And so I'm going to need food. Alright, and so I guess the seed farm is actually priority number 1. And so I've got plenty of light down here. I feel relatively well protected. I'll be able to mine tons of iron. But I'm going to use my one water source right now. I see there's more water over there to go ahead and start a seed farm that is kind of a little ways away from the lava. And I probably shouldn't be wasting my pick since it's also a precious resource. And of course, I only managed to pick up one piece of dirt, which I didn't notice. Fortunately, there is dirt around. I see some right up here. And so I'll go use my shovel to get myself a little bit more dirt. Got things relatively well lit around here. So I'm not too worried about mobs at the moment. It looks like there might be a place where bad guys can get me over there. Oh, as well as over here. I didn't see this. Let's take a moment and check this area out. Looks like there's some more lava over there, so a little bit of light will go a long way to preventing any mobs from spawning over there. And finally, it looks like there may be a hole in the ceiling up here. Yes, and so that's one other place that I need to deal with or block off. Ooh. That is not great. I'm going to see if I can just block it off like this. Before any bad guys come up here. Oops. Alright, well that's probably sufficient. Let's try not to fall in the lava. Always a good strategy. Okay, and now I think I'm reasonably safe in this area. So next item of business is to start a basic farm. And so I'm going to do it like this. Oops. Let's get some light back. Farmland, as you know, needs water to hydrate it. And so you have to have some water that's within, I forget exactly how far, a few blocks of it. I'll go ahead and put out my crafting table, and I need to create a hoe, which once again is using some of my precious resources. And since I'm going to start gathering a lot of iron, I guess I'll go ahead and create an iron hoe. I'll till some soil, and I'll start planting my seeds. Alright, and so now with some time, those are going to grow and we'll have a food source. I hope it's fast enough before I run out of food on the first day. What else can I do to get things started? There's plenty more iron that I could mine. The tree farm is going to be the other major limiting factor. Basically, I'm down to 4 pieces of wood and a little bit of wooden planks and sticks, and that will limit the number of tools that I'm able to create, since you need wood for all of your tools. And so, let's try to find an area that has kind of the most wide open space that would be the best candidate for being able to make a tree farm. And I think it's probably out here, because there is a lot of headroom in this area. And so I think what I'm going to do, I hear some bad guys afoot again. It sounds like they're over here somewhere. Let me put out a little bit more light. I think those waterfalls are going to work strongly to my advantage. Pretty scary, though, hearing the zombies right around the corner over there. And so I'm going to try to plant one of my shrubs right here and clear out a little bit more space for it, because I think they do need a fair bit of space kind of in all directions in order to make it likely for the shrub to successfully grow. And it seems like it has a fair amount of headroom. If I manage to encounter some skeletons that I can kill, I might be able to get some bone meal. And with bone meal, I could accelerate the growth. Oh, crap! Where are they? I'm not sure exactly where they were, but once again, that's the advantage of making a base nearby some lava. Obviously, some zombies fell in some lava there. And met a quick end. I'm going to make a little bit more room around this sapling. And so I think he's got a few squares kind of all around. And he's got plenty of light. I'm not even sure if trees need light to grow. Alright, and then let's make this a little less likely that I'm going to fall in the lava every time I come walking over here. Give myself a little bit better steps. Right, and so that's where I block things off over there. And then I guess it was over here that I'm trying to grow my crops. Alright, well, that's a little bit of a good first start. We've got a sapling planted, we've got some crops planted, one of them is even starting to grow, And so hopefully, eventually, we'll have some food growing so that I don't run out of food on the first day or two. And hopefully, eventually, we'll get some trees growing. And eventually, I'm going to have to try to encounter some skeletons to try to kill to get some bone meal to kind of accelerate the growth of some of these things. In the meantime, I'm going to collect some iron and possibly some gold so that I can make some armor. Because if I'm going to fight any of these skeletons, it will really be helpful to have some good armor on me. So I'm going to do that next. I may do a little bit of that off camera, and I will see you guys in the future.